Cities of Venus is a game published by 10 Robot Games, designed by designers James and Adam Staley. Plays, mine's 2 to 5, but I think on the Kickstarter it's 2 to 6 in about 15 minutes per player, which is accurate because everybody's playing at the same time. So, you know, yeah, it shouldn't be too long. What you're doing in this game is you are running a space station off of Venus. Is there a theme in here? I haven't really looked through all that because, you know, I don't care. The year is 2222, and you are the governor of a floating city-state in the clouds of the planet Venus. Earth has been reliably sending resources to Venus in the form of cloud drops as you and other floating city-states attempt to establish self-sufficiency. However, you have received a message that a catastrophe has occurred on Earth that has disrupted the supply run. You have lost communication and do not know how many cloud drops are still on their way. You must compete for resources with the other floating city-states while protecting yours. So there you go. Basically what this is, it's a, how would I describe this? A resource management game and kind of Tableau engine building game a little bit. Now, not really, but that's kind of what's going on. You're using these cool little V-knots here as currency to be able to purchase cards, go mining, earn minerals, protect yourself from acid rain and wind and all that stuff to try to score the most points. Now, that's enough talking about it. Let's go on the table. Check it out. All right, so here's a game of Cities of Venus, all set up for 2 players. To set up, you're going to give each player one of these awesome player boards here. And then you're going to put the appropriate number of V-knots on each of the spaces that I have done here. So 4 in shields. I forget what the departments are called, but 1 here, 1 in mechanical, 4 in air, 4 in food. And then each player will get an ISS board, which kind of shows turn order. And it's an extra place to put worker or V-knots. We'll get to that. 4 dice off to the side of the board, roll the mat out, and load it up accordingly. You got the crystals here, black, pink, and clear. Black is 1, pink is 4, clear is 8. You're going to have some innovations. There's a bunch of different ones. You're going to put 4 randomly selected out. You're going to put the hazards here, and you're going to set up a deck of 1, 2, and level 3 drop canisters. And there'll be 12 of each in a 2-player game. And in the third one, you're going to have 11 cards and an earth card. You're going to shuffle it and put it on the bottom, then 2, then 1, and then we're ready to go. So the way this game works is, it's going to be simultaneous play through step 6. So 5 of the steps we're going to all do at the same time. And then step 6, we're going to be grabbing cargo. So it's easier just to watch it than me explain it. So step 1, first thing we do is do the drop. The drop is where we're going to flip cards, number of players plus 1. So we do that. Okay. Then we would resolve events. Any cards that would have that symbol, that yellow triangle symbol on them, would cause an event to happen. There aren't any, so we can skip that. Step 3, we're going to drop shields. Every time there's a drop, it gets a little riskier. The air gets acidic according to the rule book. We have to get rid of our shields. So the V-knots are kind of the resources in this game that we're going to be spending to make things happen. All right. Then we're going to grow population and deploy. Now, the way this works is you're going to look at the food compartment and the air compartment, whichever one is lower, or if it's the tie, whatever that number is, you're going to take that many V-knots and you're going to assign them across your board. All right, so let's do this player first. Both of them are going to get 4. So let's do 4 here, 4 here. So I definitely want to have 1 in mining, and we'll get to why that's important later. And I think I want to put another 1 in mechanical. Let's do 1 here and 1 here. All right. And then they are going to do 2 in mining, 1 here and 1 in mechanical. All right. So we deployed. You can deploy them anywhere. You don't ever deploy in the gym area, and down here in the cargo bay, you don't need to deploy any people down there either. Okay, then we're going to go on to city actions, and this player will go first. Then I don't have a first player marker, so we're going to use this die. And the city actions are going to be, you can build a card that's in your cargo bay. It's going to cost the cost of the card, which we'll get into, plus an extra mechanical V-knot, okay? Or you can spend 4 minerals, if you have any in your mineral section here, to get a new V-knot to put it anywhere on your board that you want. Or you can go mining, and that's the most popular one, and that's what I'm going to do. Both of these players are going to do that. So they're going to spend 1, You have to spend. You can spend one. There's one of these cards that may let you do more than that, but for right now, you spend one and you roll one die, and you're going to get to take that many minerals. So in this case, they get to take 6. So they get a 4 and 2 singles. This player's going to do the same thing. Again, we'd all be doing this at the same time. They're going to roll and they get 6. All right. So 4 and a 2. Minerals are great. You need minerals. They sometimes add to the cost of buying cards. All right, so now in turn order, we're going to go on to step 6. And the city actions you can only do once. So I can't do multiples of those 3 things. I can only do one of each in any order that I want. Then I can grab cargo. Now, starting with this player, we're going to look at a drop ship, some drop ship canister cards, and try to see if we can acquire them. Okay, so let's, I think I might. I think I want to snag up this one. All right, so cards have a couple pieces of information. This is where they're going to go on your board, the mining section. So this section, this is points that it's worth. This is going to change how many people can be in that section. So right now it's 6. This doesn't change it. It can be 6. This is going to be a special ability, and this is the cost. So I have to spend 2 V-knots from the mechanical, which I did. Then I have to spend 2 minerals, which I've done. And now this will slide in to this compartment, changing it. Hopefully I can. Let's see if I can. Yes, sweet. So now I can see that I have a point, still holds 6, and now I have a special ability. What that means is when I mine, now I can re-roll a die 1 time. Now the other player, they get to look and see if they want to buy anything. And I think they do, actually. They do. So they're going to go ahead and snag this one. So this is a card that goes in your a space station card. This is a population boost card, and what happens here is first they pay for it. So they pay 1 of these and 1 for mechanical, 1 mineral, and then this is going to be worth 1 point, so it'll stay off to the side, and it's going to put 4 V-knots in this section. But again, if I had 3 here already, I can only go up to 6, so I could get 3. But in this case, I get to actually do all 4. I throw them in there, and then this card just hangs out on the side for points at the end of the game. All right, and that is phase 6. Now we will discard this. This goes over, and we're now on to round 2. Yeah, we do the drop first. 1, 2. Still no events, so we're not doing the events. And we drop shields. Again, it's getting risky business, so we each lose a shield. Then we're going to grow, population, and deploy. Now, one thing I didn't show you on growing and deploying is I'm going to do that now. So this player's going to get 5 because they have 5. It's an even number, and that player still has 4. So when you're deploying, you're allowed to put 2 on your ISS. When you get 8 here, you immediately cast them in to take 1 of these innovations. That's the only way to get these, is by people being on your space station, kind of doing their job and being creative. Then my other ones, let's put 1, 2 here, and 1 here, because I like to be able to mine, because that's important. And then this player, they have a pile there, so let's go 1, 1, and 1, and 1. All right, sweet. So now we are going on to city actions. Again, turn order only matters for taking cards, so this player will just keep doing their city. They don't have any cards to build. They don't want to sell 4 gems to get a character, a V-knot, so they're going to spend a V-knot, and they're going to go mining. Roll the die, get a 1, I get a free reroll. I got 4, sweet. 4 is better, so I now have 4 more minerals. They're going to go mining as well. Roll. They got a 1. They are not able to reroll, so they will live with that. All right, now we're on to step 6. That's grab cargo. So this player is first, and they want to look around and see what they have here. And I think they're going to snag this one. Okay, so this one has a cost. It's going to affect the air compartment. It's going to have 1 for mechanical. I think this is engineering, and then 1 generic one, and we're going to snag the other generic one from here, and 1 mineral. So I paid all my V-Knots, paid the mineral. Now this is going to move this to 7, give me a point, and it's going to tuck up under here. This was a little hard to get in, but like that. So now I know that it's worth a point, and I can store 7. And that's that. Now it's this player's turn. Anything that I want to do over here? Yeah, I think so. So let's do this one. We'll do mechanical, air, food, and engineering. I'm going to take this, and this is going to go into the food compartment. So now we're the point, and it can now hold 7, which is great for me. I did decrease my population growth, but that's okay because now it's worth a point at least. So we have all that. This one will come over here, and first player will move, and we will drop 3 new ones. 1, 2. All right, we have an event now. So first thing is the drop, then we resolve an event. We'll flip the event card. This says in phase 1, which is what we are in, green cards, phase 1, we have to lose 1 from mechanical. If we cannot do that, we lose 2 from anywhere else. So good news is both players have 1 in mechanical, so gone. And then that is just discarded. Now we're moving on to drop shields. We each drop shields. And then we will city, grow population and deploy. So this player gets 4, the other player gets 5 now. So 4 and 5. I need some more shields, a miner, and let's throw both of these up here. Ooh, maybe. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll leave it. All right. So then the other player has 5, and they want to make sure they don't run out of shields because that's always bad news. They want a couple miners, and they want some mechanicals. All right, now we're doing city actions. So I'm going to actually spend 4, and I'm going to get me a generic V-Knot to go anywhere that I want. And I think I'm going to put 1 in mechanical because I want to have 1 there. And then we're going to mine. So spend the V-Knot, roll the die. I can re-roll if I want to, and I will not because a 5 is good. So I have some minerals. They're going to mine. Again, you can only mine once unless you have a special card. They're going to roll. They have a 2. They cannot re-roll. They don't want to spend to get a generic V-Knot to put anywhere, so they are done. Now we're going to do grab a cargo. That's me first, and I'm going to grab this one. And it cost me 2 for my food, 1 for my air, and 1 mineral. And it is going to let me put population boost anywhere that I want. So let's do I don't think they can be spread around, so let's do I'm gonna do all shields. All right, so we got 4 there. That's all I can hold because I can hold 6. Done. And then this comes over here, and this will just be some points at the end of the game for me. All right. Then the next player, they want to build anything. I don't think they do, but what they want to do right now is they're going to put it in their cargo bay. So I want to show you how that works. So they can put one in their cargo bay. That just holds that down there. You can build it later. Done. All right, and that's all I'm going to really show you, I think. Remember, if you get 8 on your ISS, you pull them off, you take an innovation of your choice. Now, to build in the cargo bay, that's one of the city actions, the holding bay, I guess. You pay the cost of the card plus an extra mechanical V-Knot. That's the penalty for having somebody have to help you out there. But other than that, that's it. It's just an extra way to get additional cards that you want that you can't pay for at the time. And you're going to keep going like that until this card is revealed, the Earth card. And so it would be like, you know, Earth and these 2 cards. So you're going to have 1 less card to play with this time. And then at the end of that round, you are going to score. And scoring is on your board. VPs on cards. So any cards that you have on your board or on your population boost, bonus score points. VP for every 2 V-knots. So look at all your V-knots on your board. Not these. Divide by 2 points. 1 V point for every 4 mineral points. So right now I'd have 2 because I have 8 points. 2 victory points bonus for most city V-knots. So whoever has the most V-knots on their board gets 2 points. And then 2 victory point bonus for the most minerals. Whoever has the most minerals, 2 victory points. And then negative 2 points for any cards that you have left in your holding bay. So don't do that. Build it before the end of the game. And then you see who has the most points. Whoever has the most points is the winner. That's how you play Cities of Venus. Let's go to the top. See what you think about it. All right, well, that was Cities of Venus. Now, I'm not going to talk about the components because this is a prototype and it's going to be hitting Kickstarter here soon. I'll put a link in the video description of the date and all that stuff. But I do want to talk about this player board because it is a cool idea. As you saw in the overview, these cards are going to be sliding in to the board. Again, some of mine are kind of warped, so let's look up here. Because this, again, is a prototype. Slide in there to fill in, show you points, show your capacity, and all that kind of thing. They come out really nicely. Fantastic. This board is awesome. It's going to be dual layer to put your V-knots in there. Well, like tri-layer, really. Cool board. So I'm excited to see what the final product of that looks like. Mine came with an awesome mat. It came with these awesome wells for the minerals. I don't know how well you can see this, but it's got a spaceship that holds all the V-knots, which I think is pretty slick. I like the card art. They're pretty nice quality cards, actually, for a prototype. They're linen finished, so if they keep that, I'm digging that. But again, this is not about the components as much as it is about what I think of the game a little bit to see if it's something that you would dig. So components aside, this game's entertaining. It's a pretty simple game. It's one of those games where, you know, I need to spend V-knots from this certain section. So when I'm deploying, I'm going to look at the drop. I want to put V-knots in the sections that I know I want to try to get a card for. Then I'm going to hopefully be in the turn order that I want to take that card. Maybe my opponent's not paying attention to what I'm doing, so they're going to try to maybe just put a card in their holding bay just so I don't get it. That kind of thing. It's one of those types of games. It's really simple. Everybody's following through the steps. It's all laid out really clearly on your ISS card here. Yeah, not a lot too in-depth of what's going on here. The rule book is super clear. Put V-knots down, spin V-knots, buy cards, upgrade sections of your space station to hold more V-knots, to ultimately score more points, maybe get some special abilities, to be the best space station floating city at the end of the game. So yeah, if that seems like this is fun and interesting to you, and you like how it looks, you like the idea of it, definitely go head over to the Kickstarter page, throw some support. There's a bunch of 3 different pledge levels, an awesome first player mini that's pretty slick. There's a mech for some reason, I don't know, the mining mech. You can put a V-knot in it and it holds the die in the back. I don't think it really serves a purpose, but it looks cool. So if that's your jam, go check that out. I'm not going to give this a rating because, again, this is just a preview. I wanted to show the game off and kind of talk about what it does and what I like about it. And I think I did that. So that is Cities of Venus from 10 Robot Games. I'm Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics. And as always, keep gaming.